Let's do an update on how broke I am so that you can feel better about your finances.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
So yesterday I sold my wedding ring and I drained our savings so that we can have the money to file bankruptcy. Here's the money.
What? Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Okay, y'all, I went grocery shopping today and I saw something that just absolutely blew my mind. If this does not tell you, number one, prices are absolutely outrageous. And number two, we have a serious problem in America.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Smart Money Habits. Today we're going to take a look at inflation and the high cost of grocery prices going up. Remember, we listen, we don't judge.
Anyone else in Canada finding it hard to work a full-time job, but knowing that that is not enough money to survive at all anymore?
Y'all know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and let's get into it.
I got you, homie.
Let's go.
So I went to the gym, right? And I knew I needed to go grocery shopping. And so the perfect time to go grocery shopping is when my son is with his grandmother. Why? Because my son hates going grocery shopping. And when I tell y'all, I just spent $350 on groceries. Now, I'm one of them people who like to do big hauls because I hate going back and forth to the grocery shop. I don't know about y'all, but that's just how I do it. I have a son, I have a dog, right? And so after spending that amount of money, I don't care how much money I have in the bank. I hate the amount of money we spend on groceries. Ain't that right? Hate it, right, pup? So, thank you. I love you. Thank you for your support. So, to my friends, we got food at home. To my friends, we have liquor at home. To my son, McDonald's, what? We got nuggets at home. This shit is ghetto.
I have to admit, I felt on that one. The only thing that I don't cook at home really is like fried chicken or fried fish because it's just way too much work. But other than that, if I have it at home, I'm gonna try to cook at home.
I'm fed up with how much it costs to eat. Like, it's to the point where it's like, how is we supposed to be the moms like the TikTok girlies where we taking our kids to the aquarium and it's $65 per kid to get in the aquarium when we could barely feed them? I spent $425 on groceries a week and a half ago, and I'm running out of stuff already. I look in the freezer, ain't nothing left but a half a pack of ground turkey and a whole chicken. Where is the rest of the food at? I just grocery shopped. The juice gone, eggs dwindling. Like, it's too much. Then you can't even eat out either. Why is Wingstop $18.99 for a 10-piece? Since when?
How? Hold on, bro. How?
It used to be $10. $10 for a 10-piece with the fries back in the day. What is going on? Chipotle, $18. What was $18? What was $18? Subway, Panera, and don't even get me started on trying to eat healthy, because now I gotta buy my fruits and vegetables weekly. Every 4 days, not even weekly. It's just ridiculous how much money you got to spend on food. I don't even want to be hungry no more. For real.
Hey man, your girl makes some valid points. It's getting kind of crazy out here. Sometimes the best thing to do is just go to sleep. Can't spend no money when you're sleeping.
So yesterday I sold my wedding ring and I drained our savings so that we can have the money to file bankruptcy. Here's the money to be able to file. I'm here now waiting for my appointment at 10. We've been debating on doing this for a while, but today's the day we're actually going to do it. And it's going to be 2 to 3 weeks before we sign and everything's a done deal. But we thought long and hard about this, and we feel like that's the only way that we can get some relief. My husband's not very happy about the fact that I sold my ring, but we needed the money quick, and I wanted to be able to pay in full today. But he's not happy with me, and he's also not happy that the savings, we have no more savings now. It's gone. We're going to be doing a Chapter 7, and so we're going to keep the house and car, but like the credit cards, all of that will be discharged. and it's kind of given us a fresh start, which is what we need, because I have been stressing out of my mind over the amount of bills and debt that we have. But on another note, I am super grateful for the little bit of money I've been making here on TikTok. That's going to be a big help to try to build our savings back up, because we currently, our floor in our house and one spot is about to fall through because trailers are made like trash. And the only thing holding it up is the little vinyl flooring right now. And I can feel that the hole's gotten worse, and I'm scared I'm about to break through it. All from a water leak. So we need to build that savings up quick so that when that floor breaks through, that we're able to fix it. So I'm really grateful for the little bit of money I've been making here on TikTok in the past week. It's not much. I've made like $20 last week, or 20 something dollars, but that little bit counts. So I'm forever grateful for you who watch my videos or purchase the things I share that I love, because if I'm sharing something on here, just know I love it. But I did post on here a couple weeks ago maybe about all the debt we have and how much we're struggling, and how I wanted to make enough here on TikTok to pay off the debt. But I guess you can say I'm not super confident in my abilities with that. So now we have no savings. I have no wedding ring. This is an old band I got from probably Walmart, I think, that he got me, that I'm going to wear. And now we're finna go in here and we're going to pay them the money. And in 2 to 3 weeks, it'll be filed with the court. And then after 4 months, everything's going to be discharged. So here is to hopefully starting fresh, ruining our credit, but hopefully it gives us a little bit of a fresh start.
Man, I don't know. How do y'all feel about people filing bankruptcy? I personally think bankruptcy should be a last option. You know, I know it was a very tough decision. We listen and we don't judge. And I hope it all works out for both. Private ownership.
We need eggs.
How much do they cost?
Get a full gallon.
We really need to get like cows and chickens. Are you serious?
I've always told you I wanted to live on a farm.
Yeah, well, you're gonna. $8 for styrofoam that I'm just gonna throw away.
Yep.
We washing these.
What?
Are they normally that much?
Yes, they are.
Must be a price to be healthy. How come the world wants you to eat healthier, but they charge out the yin yang for healthy food? It's gonna be all fat and sassy. Even the ramen has went up. Back in the day, you get a good pack of ramen for $1. But we're gonna have to go to this. You're gonna have to breastfeed our child till he's 18. Family size?
No, we get the little one. Cheaper.
Oh yeah. What was I thinking? Is that how much it usually is? Like, I'm doing the math in my head and I just don't see how this is possible. God is working miracles through our bank account right now for us to be able to eat. That's the only explanation.
Let's do an update on how broke I am so that you can feel better about your finances. And I have been not wanting to do an update or really talk about finances at all in the last week and a half, because honestly, I'm just embarrassed about it. And I want so badly to be out of this position, but it is not something that happens overnight, unfortunately. We have increased our income, we've cut down on expenses, but all of our extra money is going towards paying off our debt, which means we still have no extra money. We're also not using credit cards at all. And so the money that we were able to spend going on those credit cards is now also decreased. So it is just not a good situation. And today is just a day I'm pissed about it, honestly. So right now we do not have any groceries. And I don't mean oh, we don't have stuff that's easy to make quickly. No, we actually don't have food to make. So I'm at Aldi. I need to get some groceries, and I just checked my checking account and I'm currently negative $8 because something came through that I wasn't expecting. So thankfully I have money in our savings account that I set aside for taxes on the money that I've earned from TikTok, which is still not enough to cover all of that, by the way. But I'm going to be borrowing some money from that so that we can get groceries, and then I will just have to pay it back when I get paid. It is days like this where I literally just want to scream, because like, we're digging ourselves out and I'm seeing progress, and I'm grateful for that. There's at least light at the end of this very, 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 very long tunnel, but I'm just pissed about it. And so I just wanted to share this because I've been hesitant to even talk about it because I'm embarrassed about it. But I know that there are so many people who are in the same spot. If you look at the first video that I posted, there's a lot of us. So I don't want to seem like everything was just magically fixed, because it was not, and our situation still sucks. There is just a little bit more hope because we were able to increase our income a little bit, and I'm so grateful for that. But yeah, there's still days where it fucking sucks. So yeah, that's all I have. I hope you have a good day.
I paid off $27,000 of credit card debt in 9 months. And if I were restarting that journey, one thing that I would do differently from the jump is call all of those credit card companies and try to get a lower rate. I didn't figure this was a thing until about a month left in my payoff journey, and I had 2 credit cards remaining. I had one Capital One and one Discover. I called Capital One and they would not give me a lower rate for anything. I called them 3 separate times to see if they would change their mind, and they told me no every single time. But Discover, within a 15-minute phone call, was able to get me from a 28.99 interest rate to a 9.99 interest rate and drop my minimum payments to $40. I wish I would have known this starting January, but hindsight. And so now I'm just trying to share it with you guys. If you have different card companies, I'm gonna call and negotiate. You don't even have to negotiate, really. It's just say, hey, I've been with you guys for X amount of time, and I was wondering if there's an option for a lower rate, even if it's temporary. And they will check for you, and they will, if it's an option, give you a lower rate. I didn't have to run my credit again. I didn't do anything like that. They simply changed the terms of my credit card. And for the one for the Discover that dropped it down to 9.99, it was only for 6 months, and they do call it a hardship program. Whatever they call it, I don't really care. All I know is my interest rate dropped. And this is very helpful because instead of getting charged 28% interest for 6 months, you're getting dropped down to 9. And then if you're dropping that minimum payment down to $40, now you have, you can focus on whatever other debt you might be paying off that is first in your snowball. So again, if I were starting my journey all over again, this is something that I would do from the absolute beginning. Call your credit card company, sometimes call them more than once to see if they will get you a lower rate, because this is possible. This is a thing. I did it. And for Capital One, who would not lower my rate after charging me interest for years and years and years, the second I paid them off, I closed the account. That is my personal choice. I don't know if you can decide if you want to do that, but they're closed out and Discover's still with me. So I haven't determined if I'm going to close my Discover yet, but the point is, call these credit card companies because they do have the power to give you that little bit of relief.
This is my favorite way to get out of debt fast. This is the exact method that my husband and I used to pay off over $65,000 in debt in less than 2 years. And now we've been able to spend the last year making our money go to work for us and watching it grow and grow and grow. This method is called the debt avalanche. Now, you may have heard of the debt snowball, where you pay off your debts from smallest to largest, but there's a big flaw in that method that no one talks about. I absolutely hate paying interest, and this is where the avalanche has the snowball beat. What you're going to do is organize your debts from largest to smallest by interest rate, not by loan amount. Every month, you're going to pay minimum payments on everything except for the debt with the largest interest rate. That's the loan that's costing you the most in interest every month. We want to get her out of the way as fast as we can because the longer she sticks around, the more money you're spending on interest. Throw every dollar you can squeeze out of your budget at that very first high interest debt. And once that first debt is paid off, take everything you were paying for that first debt and apply it to the second debt. Then once those two debts are paid off, take both those payments and apply it to the third debt. And you will see the avalanche quickly build and wipe out all the rest. Thanks for listening, and let me know what questions.
Anyone else in Canada finding it hard to work a full-time job, but knowing that that is not enough money to survive at all anymore, and you basically have to do a side hustle or there's literally no chance to get ahead, but because of your full-time job, you are so exhausted you don't have energy to do a side hustle, but you know if you don't, you will never be able to buy a home, have a family, or even get a frigging cat? Or is it just me? Because this isn't fun. Okay, you're kind of like every year going down while inflation's going up, just being like, please help me.
It's absolutely mind-boggling when you have to explain inflation to somebody who's older than you, right? When, because say you're making $40,000 a year today, right? And you go talk to some boomer and they find out you're making $40,000. They'll say something like, "Oh, I was making $40,000 a year back in 1970, and I could buy a house in a second lake house." Well, you want to know what $40,000 in 1970 is the equivalent of today? $100,000. Are you confused? It's because I lied. It's $250,000. Are you confused? It's because I lied again. It's $310,000. If you made $40,000 in 1970, it was like making $310,000 today. And yet, a dozen eggs costs like $8.50.
This, and this, that was $56 alone. But this little bit of food plus water and ramen, $236 in Sam's Club. But why?
Yo, this is what $70 gets you at Walmart. Yep, that's it. $70.
So I'm walking around Costco here and I'm noticing these prices. For example, these Madras lentils, $15.99. I bought those a year ago for $6.99. I keep getting told that we got, 6-7% inflation. You gotta be kidding me. Let's look at what else we got going on here. We literally bought this chicken broth, $5.69, 2 months ago. Dang, this is the flour we were buying for $5.99 last year.
Towards the end of 2020, I went to Walmart and I purchased all of these things for $10.09, and I made a week's worth of meals for one person. In the beginning of 2022, there was a lot of talk about inflation at the grocery store, so I went back and purchased all of the same things, and they cost me about 10% more. This week, I went back again and purchased those same items. Now they cost $15.10, which is about 50% more than the prices at the end of 2020.
Okay, y'all, I went grocery shopping today and I saw something that just absolutely blew my mind. If this does not tell you, number one, prices are absolutely outrageous. And number two, we have a serious problem in America. Obviously, people are not being able to afford food. So this is what they're doing. I'm out here grocery shopping. I'm looking to make beef and broccoli. And then I noticed this. Security tags on the meat.
I just saw some wicked prices on things that are bad, like wicked bad. Like 12 something for a case of pop. When did that happen? $6 for one tiny little watermelon. It actually says a mini watermelon. $10 for potatoes, $10 for this, $10 for that, $10 for a thing of strawberries. $9 for a thing of raspberries. The cheaper things in here are around me right now. The junk food. So right now we're living in a world where, like, just for me and my husband, we can't really afford to eat the whole foods. They'll go bad before we can fucking physically eat them all. They're super duper trying to freaking, like, poison us or kill us or something. I'm convinced of it at this point. Like, seriously. in my day. I'm still in my day. It's not back in my day. It's still my day. I've seen prices go up a lot, like a lot. I don't grocery shop a lot. I can hate it. My husband loves to come out, put his earbuds in, and go. It hasn't really hit me. But I've seen some things out here today, so I cannot believe that things are that expensive. I'm not talking like a couple of cent jumps. We're talking like $2 to $5 jumps. When you're a family of, say, 2 children and a mom and dad, and you're looking at buying vegetables, fruit, these kids eat a lot. I don't know if you've babysat kids, I'm sure y'all got kids, but they go through snacks. Giving out a little pebble of grapes, because I think a grapes was $10, and they were moldy. So I just don't understand how families are supposed to survive. Food banks are not going to be able to keep up. Inflation is really, really hurting Canadians, and the government has to do something better. This hasn't stopped. So I don't know what we can do, but keep doing whatever we can, because we're all going to starve to death soon, or they're going to see people stealing groceries. Like, it's kind of cheaper to go get fast food right now than to buy groceries.
Hey man, thank you for rocking with your boy, man. Until next time, we out.